Problems and risks of cryptocurrencies. Any new technology obviously has certain drawbacks in addition to its financial advantages. Cryptocurrencies do not stand out. Cryptocurrencies are essentially the same as electronic money, such as PayPal or web money. They thus experience the same issues as traditional payment systems. However, because of the way that cryptocurrencies work, these issues might occasionally arise more frequently, which is troubling. Additionally, a variety of hazards specific to cryptocurrencies are caused by the same concepts. Phishing and falsifying payment details. We'll start with issues that are common, like straightforward stealing. Let's imagine that you are sending a buddy money. You properly copy the address from his wallet, but malicious software replaces it with a different address. Not all users are watchful and verify an address after copying it, particularly if the address has a long string of characters. Or use phishing as another illustration. Users may be misled into visiting a phishing website where they upload their crypto wallets and enter a password, just as with regular money. Of course, customers of conventional banks or payment methods may also experience issues with online criminals. A conventional method, however, always gives the option to reverse the transfer. You may as well attempt to protest to the UN in the case of cryptocurrency. Everything that occurs on a blockchain is permanent. A payment gateway hack. Additionally, even utilizing a legitimate payment gateway with the right address might lead to a financial loss. The most well-known Ethereum Classic Web Wallet, which had the original URL https://classicetherwallet.com/, suddenly started stealing money from customers' wallets in June 2017. It became out that hackers had tricked the hosting company into believing they were the legitimate domain owners by using social engineering techniques. Once they had access, they began stealing money. Fortunately, the hackers' tactics weren't the best. They rapidly changed the payees, ruining their cover, and only succeeded in stealing $300,000 over the course of many hours. They would have stayed unnoticed for a lot longer, and the harm would probably have been much greater if they had just gathered the wallets and waited. To be honest, traditional financial services can also be the target of that sort of assault. For instance, this year in Brazil, a complete bank was taken over by hackers. Incorrect user address. The incidents before were conventional electronic money problems, but as we've already mentioned, cryptocurrencies introduce new complications. For instance, a danger unique to cryptocurrencies is the loss of money as a result of a mistake in the recipient address for a money transfer. With Ethereum, the money would vanish into thin air if the final number of the address wasn't replicated. The amount you meant to transmit would instead be multiplied by 256 even if it would otherwise go where it was supposed to. Since Bitcoin's system includes built-in address validation, the mistake is irrelevant. How would you feel if you lost 800 Bitcoins in a system where you could transmit money to an unknown recipient? At the currency rate on September 28, 2017, that is almost $3.2 million. Alternately, you may unintentionally pay a charge of 80 Bitcoins, or around $320,000. Fair enough, that type of error is unlikely to occur with a well-known Bitcoin client. In those instances, it's probably the case that folks were using a homemade program. Misplacing a wallet file. Another issue that frequently arises with cryptocurrency is the loss or theft of a wallet. Computers are where most users save their Bitcoin wallet files. As a result, they are vulnerable to malware-based theft or loss due to hard disk breakdowns. Therefore, the majority of sophisticated users print duplicates of their secret key and buy USB hardware wallets. But there aren't many of these users. Currently, the situation with centralized money is much better. The only internet bank that doesn't need two-factor authentication and SMS confirmation of transactions using one-time passwords is extremely uncommon. Additionally, the usage of a USB token is required when dealing with businesses or big sums of money. Unsafe ICOs. 2017 saw a huge rise in interest among Bitcoin owners in initiatives involving blockchain technology or cryptocurrencies. Initial coin offering, or ICO, is the name given to this method of financing. We won't go over the technical aspects again because you can read more about how this all works, what the Ethereum network is, and how smart contracts operate in our prior piece on the subject. The end result is that raising astronomical quantities of money with nothing more than an internet connection has become simple thanks to the use of cryptocurrency. Through ICOs, over $1.7 billion has already been raised in 2017. Even if there isn't much talk about successful initiatives, investors remain upbeat. So what exactly is the issue? The issue is that there is still no regulation of the cryptocurrency market in place, no risk assessment tools, and no assurance whatsoever of a return on investment other than the word of the project's creators. Generally speaking, just because someone has an idea doesn't indicate it's excellent, viable, will turn a profit, or that the author would use the funds to accomplish it instead of paying the director himself. Knowing that it's hard to identify and anonymize a payee on the Bitcoin market, he may ultimately decide to simply pocket the money using a fake user address. A money-making strategy can occasionally be even more basic. An ICO's fundraising process typically begins at a specific time and ends when the needed amount has been raised. When the project website first launches, the collection address is provided there. This is not required, it is just customary. One ICO had a hacker who gained access to the project website and changed the address as soon as the sale began. In less than an hour, 2,000 contributors had contributed $8 million. The address was then marked as a phony. Even so, many eager cryptocurrency investors kept sending funds to the same fictitious account, and the hacker ended up making another $2 million that day. Advice for investors and holders of cryptocurrencies. Advice for investors and holders of cryptocurrencies. How can you prevent the issues stated above? To assist, here are a few suggestions. Never follow links to an internet bank or web wallet. Instead, always check the address of the web wallet. Verify the recipient's address, at the very least, the first and final characters, the amount being transferred, and the size of the related charge twice before sending. If you lose your crypto wallet or forget your password, make a note of a mnemonic phrase that will enable you to regain it. When investing in cryptocurrencies, keep a level mind, make wise judgments, and don't become anxious or hurried. Always keep in mind how hazardous investing in cryptocurrencies is. Never invest more than you can afford to lose at any given time. Make a variety of investments. Use hardware wallets for cryptocurrencies. Install a top-notch antivirus program on the devices you use to access crypto wallets, transact on crypto exchanges, and other similar activities.